Hello my lovely little moonbeams, this is Christina and welcome back to my channel, Moonchild Mama Tarot. So this deck just came in the mail for me yesterday and I had to have it. It is the Philly Tarot deck by James Boyle. I am decently close to Philly. We go pretty often to visit the different museums and everything there, so yes, I had to have this deck. Comes in a wonderful two-part box. It has a nice guidebook, and I will actually be flipping the cards in a different way just to really tell you who is featured in this deck and things like that. So again, it does come in a two-part box. Really nice box. These are the backs, and it is fun. So we have the quills for the Declaration of Independence, we have the bus tokens, we have the clothespins, which is a sculpture in Philly, and we have the famous Philly cheesesteaks, and those are actually the suits. So without further ado, let's get into this really fun deck, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more because again I am flipping this in a different way today. So first off, we will start with the Fool, which is the Philly Fanatic. So the Fanatic, you'll see this if you go to see the Phillies play baseball team. The Magician is Kurt Vile. This is actually a magician from the Philly area. We have Terry Gross. So she is pretty famous for her NPR columns. We have Betsy Ross, who sewed our American flag, and the wonderful Benjamin Franklin, and Questlove, which, a band. So then we have The Lovers, which is August Rosen's The Kiss. Chariot is ever so appropriate as it is the Septibus. Strength, I mean, you had to figure this was going to be Strength. It is the infamous Rocky. And here we have Isaiah Zagar. He used discarded items to turn them into real treasures. And we have Boys to Men. Jason Kels. And the famous Liberty Bell. We also have Edgar Allan Poe. We have Joel Embiid. The Orange Beast, which is from the mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers. The Comcast Center. The lovely Grace Kelly. We have City Hall. Here is Logan Circle, the Eastern State Penitentiary, and we have The World, which is from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And like I said, the clothespins are featured on the wands. And also featured on the wands are the city workers. Cardstock is really wonderful, and it is edged in gold, so I will show that at the end of the video. So the court cards in each of the suits also feature some prominent people. This is Frank Furness. He was a Victorian era architect. We have Meek Mill, who is obviously a famous rapper. We have Mary Cassatt, who was an impressionist painter. And we have David Lynch, who was a writer and director, and also the creator of Twin Peaks. So moving on to the swords, these are quills, obviously, to represent the Declaration of Independence. The cards are pretty much matte, but they are wonderful. They do not stick together. They are not staticky. I believe this features the parking authority. So the Page of Swords is John Coltrane, who was a jazz musician. We have Kevin Bacon. He was a Philadelphia native, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you know who Kevin Bacon is. Queen of Swords is Billie Holiday. You know, just wonderful with improvisational, like jazz and stuff like that. And we have Walt Whitman. I mean, he was a famous poet. What else is you should know his work. So now we have the bus tokens as the pentacles. And this features athletes. So to start off with the Page of Pentacles, we have Filbert the Pig. He is in the Reading Terminal Market. Just give me 1 second, I gotta put in something for the kid to play.
How much time did I get?
Start off with an hour at a time. So this is Chuck Barris. Not exactly sure how to describe him. We have Patti LaBelle, which was the godmother of soul. And what deck could be complete when it is about Philly without Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Because in West Philadelphia, born and raised, and the playground is where he spent most of his days. Chilling out, relaxing, acting all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. I mean, if you don't know who he is, shame on you. So last but not least, in the minor arcana are the cups, which are the famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks. If you have never had one, if you plan on visiting Philly, there's a couple of wonderful places to try, and they are rivals, and I suggest trying them both because they are both wonderful in different ways. Okay, so for the Page of Cups, we have Gamble and Huff, which they are pretty much the ones that developed Philly Soul, and they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We have Michael Solmanov. You know, I'm really not sure who he is. For the Queen of Cups, we have Marian Anderson. I mean, she was a singer, and I mean, she was all for equal rights. I mean, she was a wonderful activist. And last but not least, let's bow down to Nick Foles. I mean, this guy is the MVP, leading the Eagles to their first Super Bowl victory. And I mean, all hail Nick Foles. Fly, Eagles, fly. All I can say. So what I didn't get to show you before was that it is gilded in gold. Oh, so I'm dropping the cards. I'm actually afraid to shuffle these because I really don't want to ruin these because I just love, love, love this deck. But the card stock is wonderful. I mean, like, perfect. And if you can just hear how they just... All right, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all the wonderful content I have heading your way.